there. And right now we have team coverage with News 6 reporters Eric Sandoval, Troy Campbell, and Mark Lehman. We begin with Eric Sandoval. He is live from where family members of the victims are gathering. Still a very tough day. Eric.
Yeah, Ginger, we are at the Beardall Senior Center this afternoon, and victims' families and friends actually started gathering here before the sun even came up, and you can see right behind me, even more are waiting outside right now. They are all demanding answers. They want to know where their loved ones are and what happened to them. We met one young woman who was showing her friend's picture to everybody.
We just want to be next to you. We want to hug you. We want to tell you we love you. Shane,
Z Renta said she hadn't heard from her friend Shane Tomlinson since late Saturday night. She said he and his band had just wrapped up their set at one club and then headed to the Pulse nightclub. She said she found out on social media Tomlinson was inside during the shooting.
Someone had commented that he had gotten shot, so the fact that that's kind of everything we know is that we don't know what hospital he's in. We don't know if he's still laying at Pulse. We don't know.
Renta says she didn't sleep last night. She and Tomlinson's family got here to the Beardall Senior Center at around 6:45 this morning, hoping to get some word. She told us she knew he was in a hospital. She just wanted to find out which one. If he is in a hospital room right now watching TV and watching this, what do you want to say to him?
Shane, we love you. Just have someone call us, somebody.
Unfortunately, we found out late this morning that Shane Tomlinson's name was added to the list of people who did not survive that shooting on Saturday night. And what is even more unfortunate is that there are a lot more friends and family who are going to be going through the exact same thing as the day wears on. We're live at the Beardall Senior Center this afternoon. Eric Sandoval, News 6. Ginger.
Eric, thank you.
And as Eric was just touching on, we now have 49 dead. We've learned the names of 36 of those victims. They are Tevin Crosby, Leroy Fernandez, Gerald Wright, Juan Chavez Martinez, Shane Tomlinson, as Eric was just mentioning, Luis Conde, Juan Rivera Velasquez, Corey Cannell, Jason Josephat, Joel Ran Paniagua. And
also on that list, Javier Jorge Reyes, Miguel Honorato, Enrique Rios Jr., Oscar Arencia Montero, Simon Fernandez, Gilberto Menendez, Xavier Rosado, Mercedes Flores, and Luis Wilson Leon.
Continuing on now, Martin Torres, Amanda Alviar, Frankie Velasquez, Jean Perez, Anthony Lorien de Sola, Alejandro Martinez, Dianca Drayton, Daryl Burt II. Continuing on, Eddie Justice, Kimberly Morris, Luis Velma, Peter Gonzalez Cruz, Eric Ortiz Rivera, Juan Guerrero, Luis Ocasio Capo.
And Stanley Almodovar III and Edward Sotomayor Jr. Now, many of the injured were rushed to Orlando Regional Medical Center, which is just 5 blocks away from the nightclub. ORMC says 44 people were admitted. And we want to turn now to Troy Campbell, who is live outside the hospital now. Troy, still a very active scene, I might imagine, out there.
Ginger, Justin, the hospital recently updated us saying there still is 29 of those shooting victims being held here. 5 of them are described in grave condition. We're outside the emergency room here where several of them were taken. Of course, we also learned yesterday that 9 victims did pass away after being brought here. 6 patients have been released from here so far. Now, Orlando Health says several more are of these patients severe condition. Many of them are in shock. Now, the hospital also says within the first hour, they had 6 trauma surgeons operating on several victims. Now, I'm also going to read you a quote from the Chief Surgical Quality Officer, Dr. Michael Cheatham. He says, and again, this is his quote, saying, "One thing that has struck me about this is the impact this has had on the families." And again, that is a quote from the chief surgeon here at ORMC, somebody who would be used to speaking with families during, tragedies, being a surgeon, saying that the emotional impact it has had on the families is something that is going to stick with him. Again, ORMC saying 29 of those shooting victims remain here, with 5 of them being described to be in grave condition. Justin, Ginger.
Troy Campbell reporting live. Thank you, Troy. Meantime, at Pulse nightclub, all of the victims' bodies have now been removed from the building, but the investigation into what happened there is just getting underway. And that is where Mark Lehman is live from the media command post near the nightclub on Orange Avenue. Mark, what can you tell us this afternoon?
Ginger, a briefing was held earlier where we got new information about the moments just after the shooting. As for what's going on out here this afternoon, take a look. You can see that the road remains blocked off at this time. This is Orange Avenue at Grant Street, and agents out here really have not stopped in their efforts to uncover evidence. The FBI saying their top priority now is finding the families of those killed. Investigators spent the morning scanning the street outside the Pulse nightclub. Inside, the bodies of each of the 49 victims were removed, but the painstaking process of notifying their families continues.
I could not imagine being one of the parents or knowing that your loved one might be among those that are deceased and having to wait and find out.
Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer calling yesterday the most horrific in city history, but he also stands proud of the community's response.
Hundreds of lives were saved during the course of that night.
Today, Orlando police revealed more details of their encounter with Omar Mateen. Investigators say he was armed with an AR-15 and a handgun when he opened fire around 2 Sunday morning. A 3-hour hostage standoff was sparked after police say he called 911, pledging allegiance to ISIS. Chief John Mina then making the call to move in when further threats were made.
Absolutely, it's a hard decision to make, but it's the right decision to make. Our number one priority is on saving lives.
Mateen was killed in the gunfire. Now, as the FBI looks into his motives, the city works to stand strong in the face of such hatred.
Again, we will not be defined by the act of a cowardly hater. We will be defined by how we respond, how we treat each other, and this community has already stepped up to do that.
And we've seen that response in the countless number of people doing what they can to support the victims and their family and the community really as a whole. Now, there are most certainly more difficult days to come, but the mayor says that the city will get through this as a community together. Now, as far as what's happening out here today, this investigation is going to be lasting for the next several days. Likely, Orange Avenue will remain shut down throughout the day. Now, we're told that another press briefing is not scheduled for today, but that could most definitely change. Of course, if it does, and any new developments we get out here, we'll keep you updated right here on News 6.